What's happening, you guys? Welcome back to the Style Survival Guide. My name is Aaron Selburg. With me, as always, is founder Jeremy Reed of That Guy's Secret. Today we're talking about quality.
Yeah, and I honestly think this to me is one of the toughest. So we're doing the 30 things upgrade to order. This is one of the toughest things to do because here's where the metal or the pavement or whatever hits the road. However the phrase goes, this is when it happens, right? Because usually what happens, is quality tends to cost them.
Yep.
But there's a reason for it. So the reason, and we're going to dive right into it, but I wanted a quick caveat. I mean, it does cost more. So this is going to be one of the more expensive things you have to do is that when you're faced with the decision of upgrading your wardrobe, it's making the conscious decision to spend a few bucks more up front, but there's a reason for it.
Yep.
And so the first and the foremost thing is this going to be the simple fabrics, I think, that you see in a higher quality item and how they will stand up during the cleaning process.
Right. So
if it's you washing them or you take them to the dry cleaners or whatever it is, you'll get more longevity out of higher end fabrics.
Yep.
If it's a lower end fabric, it tends to fall apart, degrade. We've all had shirts that start to get holes, just wash wear holes in them. A higher quality fabric will last longer.
Right, that's true.
I think the next thing would probably be construction, right?
Yeah, so, a lot of times when we're looking at quality stuff, when we're looking at the quality of stuff, we're looking at things most people don't look at.
Sure.
We're looking at the construction, like say, talking about suits, right? We're looking at the construction of the shoulders, we're looking at the construction of the front of the jacket, which is the facing. We're looking at, is there a lining? Is it fused? Is there canvas? All those kind of things that most people don't look at.
Yeah.
Which is why it's really important that you listen to and understand what your salesperson is telling you or what your consultant is telling you. Because, someone like me and Jeremy, we know what we're talking about. We've done this for long enough.
Right.
We can educate you on all that stuff.
And as I said, I understand sometimes you're like, oh, whatever, this guy's just trying to sell me. At the end of the day, they're probably not. They're really probably not trying to sell you anything more than they're trying to help you understand what you're doing. Then there's certain things that you can notice, using the suit jacket or the sports jacket here, is sometimes the stitching or just the way, there's little things that we can look for details. And I think to one of, honestly, our most popular items is the Saks underwear. We sell a boatload of it. And, there's a construction in it that makes it unique. But something that is, every product has seams in it. So they do a flat seam though. And it makes a difference. It's a flat double seam, so it ends up laying better, flat on your skin. It doesn't create those weird marks in your skin, things like that.
And
but
it's more comfortable at the end of the day.
Right, and there's small little details like that. And that consists with the shirts, if it's a single hem or a double hem. And there's a lot of things like that are going to help prolong the life of the garment through wash and wear.
I think the third thing to talk about when talking about quality is value proposition, right?
Sure.
So what I mean by that is when you're looking at something that's a little bit more expensive, you have to stop and think about cost per wear, right? So if you have something that's $200, but you get more wears out of it than something that's $100, the value proposition is better.
Right. And to even go one step further on that, and I have a great customer of mine, works on the railroad, and he buys about $118 pair of denim jeans. Those will last. He'll wear them to work. Those will last him for at least 6 to 9 months of like hardcore up-down labor because of the way they're constructed.
Yes.
His coworkers, however, go and they buy the $30 pair, $40 pair at the farm stores or whatever. You know what I mean? They're replacing them once a month. So let's do the math there. If he's paying $40 every month times 9, we're at $360 for denim jeans.
Versus one pair for $100.
Right. Now, so that's kind of the other thing is they last longer, they wear better because of the way they're constructed. So think of it that way. I understand it's a little more money up front and sometimes you can't make it happen. But if you can make it happen, in the long run it'll be so much happier. We've talked about the shoes. If it's a well-made shoe, you can resole them, you can keep them alive for 10, 20, 30 years. If they're a cheaply made shoe, Once they break down, they're done.
Yeah. We've said this since the beginning, invest in your wardrobe, invest in what you're wearing, because, men's clothing doesn't change all that
No,
much.
it,
doesn't.
it'll work. You can make it work no matter what it is.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Style Sessions. Join us tomorrow for another essential style tip.